Kieran, we're here in Rotterdam, we're in the team hotel. How are the team's thoughts and feelings going into this one? Obviously just fresh off the break and the result against St Mirren.
We're looking forward to it. We know this season so far we've not been our best in the Europa League, so we want to go and prove a point tomorrow, put on a good performance and see what we can do and hopefully get the 3 points as well.
How much would a win or a draw do for the confidence for the group, Kieran, in this tournament, in this competition? How much would it mean to just get out of Rotterdam with at least a point or a win?
It'd be great because we know they're a tough team. We've watched their clips against Aston Villa and other good teams as well, and how they pass the ball, how they press. So we know it's going to be a tough game, but we need to believe in ourselves, trust ourselves in the game plan and stick to it.
I don't think you've ever played in the Kite before, have you?
No, I don't think so.
So, very historical, atmospheric stadium, but there's a lot of history connections between Feyenoord and Celtic, probably a bit before your time as well, but Wim Jansen, Henrik Larsson, 1970 European Cup final. I imagine it probably doesn't mean much getting into the game for you guys, but there's always obviously that underlying nature of history between the two cups.
Aye, there is. And Celtic, with most clubs have got history, especially how much a force Celtic were in Europe. They've always played against these teams in the past and had good results. So, as I said, for us, it's to go in tomorrow and look for a good result as well.
And of course, it's a challenging couple of games in Europe that you've had. What do we take from the Midtjylland performance and maybe hoping that doesn't happen tomorrow night?
It's all about adapting, because in the Europa League you come up against a different system, different formation than that every week. Midtjylland were so physical, very good at set pieces, a strong team. Tomorrow night different, but strong in their own ways as well, and it's just something that we need to adapt to.
Got to ask you, as a boy born in the late 90s, your probably first memories of Celtic would have been a Martin O'Neill Celtic team, then maybe a Gordon Strachan Celtic team, but in terms of Martin O'Neill, that must have been quite surreal, him coming in as manager. Tell us about that.
It is just nuts, because your earliest memories is Martin O'Neill and what he done for the club and how he turned it around, and like the interview or what he said outside Celtic Park when he first signed. There's videos you watch growing up, and even like my cousin that text me saying, it's mental, I'm coming to a Celtic game that you're playing and Martin O'Neill's the gaffer. So for all my family and that who watched Celtic for all these years, it's been great.
And how's he been with you personally?
Brilliant. I think he's got the personality about him where you know he's in the room, and he only has to say a couple of words, but he can make you feel on top of the world, can make you feel like a great player just by a couple of words at the end of training or during the session. So to have someone like that in has been brilliant for all of us.
Last time we spoke, I think at Lennoxtown, it was just off the Hearts game. You were visibly down, but since then, domestically, there's been real progress shown under Martin O'Neill. Have you felt that and the group felt that since he came in?
Yeah, and I think this season has been tough so far, and there'll be tough moments coming ahead, but I think for the club as a whole, it's about sticking together, and us as players just go out and getting wins, because that's the best thing you can do as a football player, go and win. It helps the club have a good feeling, and as you said, as the gaffer and Sean and that have come in domestically, we've been great. It's just about keeping that up as well.
And just finally, I know you've probably spoke at great length about this over the last week or so, but it's been a week since that goal against Casper and got Scotland into the World Cup proper for the first time in 28 years. Got to ask you, have you came down from that moment yet?
I had a couple of days enjoying it, but once you're back in here, you're focusing on the next game, and we knew St Mirren was coming up, so you can't enjoy it for too long. It was a great night and a great memory that I'll have, but my full focus has been on Celtic now.